What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What is going on, guys? Had to do a quick check-in. Going to be kind of in and out with this one, but wanted to step in for a quick minute because I had some interesting news that I want to share about you guys. So go ahead and get the Facebook crew set up real quick. Just bear with me. Just bear with me real quick. And we're just going to get straight into it, guys. No need to beat around the bush with this one. Just bear with me. All right, let's see. How's the Facebook crew over here looking? Are you guys good? Are you good? All right, there we go. Big shout out to the Facebook crew. Okay, you guys are live and in action over here on Facebook. Let me just refresh it one more time for you just to make sure you guys are good. So just want to say welcome to everybody that is tuning in to hear some, some insider information. So those that are members of the channel, you may have an idea of what is going on because I've been kind of hinting around to it for a quick minute or two. So to make a long story shorter, short story shorter, we will have Randy Blockett. Randy Blockett is going to be checking in, guys, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. That is 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time. So we will have Randy Blockett checking in. Oh, yeah. So just wanted to step in real quick just to kind of give you guys a heads up because I know it is outside of the norm of my normal Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern show that we have each week. So things may be just a little different. It will still be the same format, but let me just drop a quick poll. You guys know how we do. I want to make these shows, always make them interactive. And one of the main reasons I wanted to stop by, kind of step in real quick this evening is to kind of give you guys the heads up about the live stream tomorrow, since it will be at a different time, and to find out if you guys have any questions that you specifically want me to ask Randy Blockett if you aren't able to make it to the live stream. And also, what is the other thing? We will have the live question and answer segment. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I will be able to drop the link, the call-in link for those that do not know. For those of you that may just be checking in for the first time, just a quick rundown. Each week on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have our live stream. I make these live streams very interactive where I can communicate with you guys in the chat. I always encourage the chat to get in there. Make sure you guys get in there and network together because you never know who is in your neck of the woods, who fishes the same lakes or anything like that, and you might meet your next fishing buddy. So I always make sure you get active in the chat. So tomorrow I will drop the call-in link. So if anybody wants to come up, ask any questions, just join in on the fun, guys. We're going to have a good time with it. And of course, we are going to go over a lot of these hot topics out there and just kind of exchange some ideas. We've heard a lot of talk about the different things that are going on, whether it's forward-facing sonar, whether it's co-angler issues that are going on with the industry. What format should these different tournaments be in? But what is the solution, guys? So tomorrow we're going to talk about solutions and your partner MoneyBass. Oh, yeah. I think I might have one or two solutions, and we'll see what we can do to get some of those put in place. But that is the main news that I wanted to let you guys know. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time, we will have Randy Blockett. Will be live on the show, and we will still follow the same format where I will, you guys can get active in the chat, and of course, the members of the Money Team. And depending on how the chat is moving, I may have to make it a subscriber only chat. It just depends. It makes it easier for me to be able to keep up with you guys in the chat because I like to stay interactive. But if it starts moving too fast, then sometimes I have to slow it down, and that's what I do. But just wanted to run that by you guys. And also, let me just get to this to the poll that I wanted to put in here real quick. Just want to see who will be available to watch the show tomorrow. I know a lot of people are going to watch it on the replay because, like I said, it is outside of the normal time. Just let me drop this poll in here real quick just to get, kind of gauge the room. And then I will hop into the chat real quick and just see what you guys have to say. And I do have another, I guess this is kind of a hot topic that just came out in the YouTube world, guys. So I'll bring that up and play a quick clip from that and just see who has heard about this information and get some of you guys' thoughts on it. All right, so let's see who will. All right, I see some people saying, nope, I'm not going to be there for this one. But hey, we're going to have some fun with it, guys. All right, so who will be watching tomorrow at 12 p.m.? And this is Eastern. All right, and we will keep this first poll quick and simple. So we will just go with a quick yes if you will be available and be watching it. And then after I kind of gauge the room and see who's going to be available, I just want to see if any of you are interested. If you have any questions, any specific questions or anything that you would like to ask. All right, so here we go. So that poll is in the chat. So this is just to gauge the room for the people that are live in the chat. And as I always say, it is best to catch these live streams live, because that way I'm able to interact with you in the chat. You're able to send messages to me, and it kind of makes for a better experience. I think people get more value whenever you watch these live streams live and in action. All right, so let me hop into the chat real quick. Once I do that, then I'll pull up that link to that video that I was telling you guys about in just a second. All right, so let's take a look in here and see who we have checking in. All right, so want to give a shout out to the money team right off the bat. We have Barkin Rugers checking in. He says 20 minutes to Wapner. Oh yeah, I was on time. I was on time, guys. I was right in here checking in right at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I kind of slid the time back a little bit. Just wanted to hop in just to touch bases with everybody before I get into some other things. All right, so what's going on? We have Cajun Rob checking in. He says Wapner references are on our next level. Oh yeah, he always steps in with that reference right there. All right, let's see who else we have checking in. All right, so we have Kevin Smith, 2 fishes. All right, so Kevin says, I don't need 5 fishes. I only need 2. Shout out to Kevin. Really appreciate you checking into the live stream. All right, so we have Edward checking in. Edward says Monday. What's going on with that? Am I on the wrong day? Well, yeah, I had to slide in here a little earlier this week because we have our special guest. So I've been kind of behind the scenes working on getting some different guests to come to the show. So if there's someone, that you guys that you're interested in, that's making some waves out there in the YouTube world, or, something that you think might be interesting, make sure you hit me up on my Instagram, or just leave a comment for me, and then I can reach out to them, or just have people reach out to me if you have somebody that you think will be good for the show. All right, let's see. So yeah, so that is why we are here on a Monday, because tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, we will be live with Randy Blockett, guys. So we will go through the regular format, and pretty much I would drop the link also, because we will have a call-in segment where you guys I'll be able to call you up. We'll have some fun with it. And also I have several polls that I will be dropping throughout the show to gauge the room. So of course, I think we're going to make this one real interesting, guys. All right, so let's see who else we have checking in. So we have Rob Welch. He says, what's up, Easy Money? What is going on? All right, so Edward Cohen says, I'm hoping I can participate tomorrow. Big fan of Randy. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. So yeah, we have some fans, some non-fans, some people that are neutral. We're just gonna have a kind of a mixture of guys in here, but we're just gonna exchange some ideas, and it just make it a good time. That's what we're looking out to do. All right. So Barkin Ruger says, Wapner says, take the poll. Oh yeah. Make sure you guys check in and take the poll. So for anybody that is just tuning in, what I do throughout the live streams is I will drop polls in there to gauge the room. And it also makes it a little more interactive for you guys. All right. So the poll is, who will be watching tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern? So tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, make sure I'm saying that time right, because it's a little different from my norm. We will have Randy Blockett tuning in live, guys. So we're going to have some fun with this one. All right. Then let's see. We have Dexter Goings checking in. He says yes. All right. Barkin Ruger says nope. Driving. All right. Big shout out to Doty Fishing, another member of the Money Team. And if anybody is interested in becoming a member of the channel, make sure you click the join button down below. That will give you some basic information about some of the perks that come along with being a member of the channel. One of which is you will get that badge next to your name. And whenever we do have guests that come to the show, or we may be talking about a topic, and you have questions, comments, or anything like that you want to drop into the chat, if you are a member of the channel, it kind of stands out, and that will allow me to pull your, it kind of lets me hone in and focus on the question or comment that you have at the time. All right, so let's see. I see a few more people checking in here in the chat. All right, so Tim Williams says, yes, I'll be there. All right, sounds good. Then we have Bassin with Big Malone. Bassin with Big Malone. What is going on? Checking into the live stream. Really, really appreciate you for tuning in. All right, then we have George L. Jones. He says, good evening, guys. Hope all is well. All right, let's see. Let's see who else we have. I see a few more people easing into the live stream, guys. So for anybody that is just tuning in, the news that I wanted to make sure that I brought out to you guys today, the day before we actually do the live stream, is that we will have Randy Blockett live on the show tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. And we will, of course, be dropping polls throughout the show to kind of gauge the room to see who is watching live, because you always will get more value watching it live versus the replay. But hey, you still, you still get some value out of the replay. But that is the news, guys. We will have Randy Blockett live on here, and I'm gauging the room to see who's going to be attending, who wants to, kind of step in and see what's going on. And I will have a call-in link. So if anybody wants to hit that call-in link, I can bring you up on the screen, let you ask your question, drop you back down, then we can keep moving, because these shows are always very interactive. So right now, the poll that we have says, who will be watching tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern? All right, we have 67% of the guys and gals are saying that they are going to be here tomorrow to watch us at 12 p.m. Eastern. All right, sounds good. All right, let's see what else we have going on in here. All right, so we have, let's see, we have Ernest Coleman says, MoneyBass, what's up? I'm fishing with your, Webb. What is going on? Haven't seen or talked to him for a long time, but that was one of my mentors whenever I first started fishing these tournaments. So big shout out to Webb, the web slinger, checking in. All right, says from Lake Ozarks area. All right, good deal with that. Yeah, I got to check in and see how my buddy is doing. All right, then we have let's see. Kerry Simpson says, don't get him started on forward facing sonar. Hey, we might have to talk about it. Just a little bit. We might talk about it just a little bit. All right. We have Real Life says, I'm in for sure. Oh, yeah. So does anybody have any questions? I want to see what kind of questions people would have, tomorrow. So just to kind of give me a heads up, just see what you guys are interested in. All right. Then we have Lucky checking in, says, what's good? All right. Let's see who else we have. All right. Let's see. Tim Williams says, out of focus. Am I out of focus, guys? Am I out of focus? Can you see me? Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, let's see what else we have, guys. All right, so Kevin Smith, Two Fishes says, I'm looking forward to hearing the conversation tomorrow with Randy. Oh, yeah. So we're going to talk about a lot of different topics, guys. Of course, we're going to cover some hot topics, and I have some thoughts and ideas and stuff that I want to get his opinion on and see, because like I said, I hear a lot of people saying one thing or saying the other thing, but what kind of solutions have you guys really seen that have been put in place with all of the different controversial issues that have been going on? So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, guys. All right, Dodie Fishing says, I passed the Milliken class at the Bass University School in Athens, Texas. Learned a bunch of secrets. Oh my goodness. Stop the show. You were able to go to the okay. All right. And so that was the electronics course class that I think that you mentioned maybe a week or two ago. So good deal with that. I'd be interested in hearing some of that information. What kind of things did you guys cover in there? I'm pretty sure you talked about live scope and all that good stuff. All right. So Motorcycle Life says Milliken fishes my lakes. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see who else we have in here, guys. Let's see. All right, so yeah, so you're saying you'll let Webb know. So yeah, tell Webb I said what is going on. All right, let's see who else we have in here, guys. Just 1 or 2 more comments. Then I'll check this poll. And if you guys want to change the poll question, then I can change the poll question. And then I'll bring up this clip that I want you guys to take a look at. All right, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I have to give a shout out to the sponsor of the show. Whoever gives the largest super chat or super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor of the show, guys. So special thank you so much to the sponsor of the last live stream, Cerebral Tackle. Really, really appreciate it. And since there is no sponsor of this stream, it has carried over to this stream. So he is the current sponsor of the live stream. So really, really appreciate that. All right, let's see. Dodie Fishing says, let me see. Okay, so you guys are in here networking together. Good deal with that. All right, Carrie says, let him talk about Ben Milliken. Look at you, Carrie, trying to start a little trouble, trying to start some problems, trying to start some problems in here. All right, let's see. All right, so Edward Cohen says, ask Randy about boats, the ban on jets and tunnels, and if he thinks the 18-foot 150 boats were a better tournament rig than the 20-foot 250 boats of today. Yeah, so there was a format a while back where I think they gave everybody the same boat with a 150. Was that MLF, guys? I really can't remember what that was, but I remember everyone had the same boat rigged out. So yeah, to me, I like that format as far as watching it, knowing that everybody was given like some of the basic stuff, and then they had to build from there. All right, let's see. Motorcycle Life says, yes, the lakes are public, all East Texas lakes. All right. Who is this? What is going on, Tracy? We have Tracy checking in. She says, hey, MoneyBass, Reno's wife here. Big shout out to Tracy. I met her over at the expo. Great person. Got to sit in the MoneyBass seat and talk on the microphone just a little bit. What's good, everybody? All right. Really appreciate you for tuning in. All right. Let's see what else we have, guys. All right. All right, there we go. There we go. Let me hit it one time for Tracy checking into the live stream. All right, then we have Big Ivy Fishing. Shout out to the Money Team. He says, what's going on? So yeah, Big Ivy, we're just in here chopping it up, getting ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. Have to make sure I get those times right. We will have Randy Blockett live on the show. So that is what I've been kind of working on in the background, guys. But the members of the channel, you guys already kind of had an idea of what's been going on behind the scenes. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, I see some of these little funny comments. All right, shout out to Edward Cohen. He says Bass had a 150 Max from 1975 to 1999. All right, let's see. What does Brock say? Brock has a jokey joke in here. Says Randy is to fishing as Karen is to don't fish my dock. What is going on with that? Come on, man. All right. I see. You said you're just joking. Yeah, I mean, hey guys, we're all about having some fun in here. All right, let's see. Carrie says Todd Castledine and James Watson today was great. Oh man, I missed it. I don't know what I was doing earlier today to make me have missed that one. Normally I catch Todd's live stream. They are some very good shows that he puts on over there. All right, Cajun Rob says, will you have the Prince Sing controversy playing in the background tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
All right, Rob. So I will have you, I will have Cajun Rob in the background. So make sure you bring your microphone and be ready to sing. Get your voice ready, and I'll have you in the background singing that for me. How about that, Cajun Rob? All right, really appreciate that. All right, let's see who else we have in here. All right, so Cajun Rob says he'll be at work, but he'll be in and out. So that's good. That is good. All right. All right, then Big Ivy says that's going to be hot. Money, will you be playing the song?
Yes,
hey,
sir.
man, I might have to get in here and have a little fun with it. All right, so let me just share my screen real quick, guys. There's something that I want you to take a look at. So I don't know if you remember a few years back, Milliken had mentioned something about some of his baits that he at the time felt that had been copied. But now what we're starting to see in this industry is copying baits is not a new thing. It's not a new thing. It looks like it has been going on for a while, and now that social media and stuff is coming more and more into play, a lot of things are being exposed that that may have been able to be hidden before. All right, let's see what else you guys have in here. All right, so let me just share my screen. Just bear with me. So who has seen this right here? Let me just get this set up. So just take a look at this. I'll just play the beginning of it real quick, guys.
TV do it. I've seen Flair do it 3 videos a week, 4 videos a week. Then I started fishing with Andrew Flair. That was a big changing moment in my life.
Have you guys seen it? Have you seen it? Oh man, that video right there. It was a good one, had some good information in there. So, I mean, there's some things that are starting to come out in the industry now that, like I said before, because of social media, it's kind of letting people see a lot of things that have been happening behind the scenes. So I'm putting together a little something. Hopefully I have that ready, and I'll have that out there for you guys to take a look at tomorrow. But that will be one of the topics that we may touch on too, guys. So did anyone in the chat see that video? And that is Lunkers TV. So I want to give a big shout out to them. I'll put the link in the description of this video for anybody that is interested in watching that. And also, while I'm at it, hold on one second, guys, just bear with me. I actually need to put the link to tomorrow's live stream at 12 p.m. I'm going to drop it in the chat. And what you can do if you're if you want to take a look at it, is go ahead and click on that, and then you can put there's a notification. It'll just say notify me. Just bear with me again real quick, guys. Want to make sure I pull this up. All right, so I'll just put this in the chat. And tomorrow's date is the 23rd. All right, so the link is in the chat, guys. So if you want, you can go ahead and click on that link and then just click the notification. It'll just say notify me. So that way it'll send you a notification whenever we do get started tomorrow. So that is in the chat. And let me get in here and change one more thing. This is a live show, guys. The show is live. So we are in here making some things happen. All right, so just bear with me. What I'm doing now is I forgot to pin it in the description for this video, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that will catch it on the replay. I'll leave this up for a little while, but then I'll go ahead and slide this back into the members only section once we get everything set up for tomorrow. All right, so just bear with me again real quick. Let me just change this. All right, so the link for tomorrow, it's pinned. Well, it's not pinned, but it is in the chat. And actually, I will pin it into the chat. And all right, and tomorrow is the 23rd. All right, so I'm pinning it in the chat for you guys to make it easier for you to find. And it is linked in the description. All right, there we go. So it is now linked in the description, and it is and it's in the chat. All right, I see a few messages coming in. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. But yeah, so the question that I was asking earlier, did any of you guys see that video that Lunkers TV put out? And sometimes it seems like when people aren't really communicating, it can lead to a miscommunication. And then when feelings start getting involved, things just kind of spiral out of control in a sense, because it seems like there are people in certain situations that were actually allies and kind of seems like they would be more on the side of being friends, but because of misinformation or misunderstandings, it kind of makes people split apart. But so yeah, just take a look at that video, guys. And like I said, I'll put a link in the description for anybody that wants to take a look at it. So I just played the quick beginning clip from it. All right, so let me see. All right, so let's take a look at the poll. So we said we have who will be attending tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern live, 12 p.m. So this is going to be a midday live stream. Generally, I tried to put it around you guys around lunchtime so you guys could tune into it. But if you can't, make sure you watch the replay. But right now we have 64%. All right, that's respectable. 64% saying that they can tune in the midday at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to check out the live stream. So good deal with that. All right. And so was there any other poll that anybody wanted to slide in real quick? But just wanted to put that out there real quick to see who would be attending the show. All right, let's see. I'm just checking back into the chat again real quick. And just for anybody else that may be tuning in or catching this on the replay, depending on how the chat is moving tomorrow, I may put it in, let's see, there's a mode that if the chat starts moving too fast, I can put it in members only mode. I'm just checking that right now to see. But yeah, so I may have to put it in members only mode. And basically all that means is just subscribe to the channel. And then that will allow, just kind of cut out too much extra noise and stuff like that. So the members of the channel, all you have, not the members, but the subscribers. That's what I meant to say, the subscribe. So you just subscribe to the channel, and then it will allow you to get active in the chat. because once that chat starts moving too fast, it kind of makes it hard for me to keep up with everybody's comments. And I definitely want to make sure that I acknowledge anybody that, the sponsors of the show, the super chats, and then the members of the money team as you put your questions in the chat, just to try to, stay on top of things. All right, so let's see who else we have checking in. All right, hold on, just bear with me, guys. Okay. All right. So Dakota says, to me, it's busting his balls for having a copycat lure after talking junk about Googie ripping off 6 cents. So yeah, if you watch it, I think it'll show kind of give you guys a different perspective before he put this video out, because he does offer some information that was not out there before. That's why I was saying it looks like it could have been some misinformation and miscommunication that was going on to lead people that may have been a little closer to kind of, because of misunderstanding, kind of branch away from each other. All right, then we have Jeremy May checking in. He says, hello, Big Money Bass. He says, love the content. All right, really, really appreciate you for tuning in. All right, checking out. That's on the Facebook side of things. Want to give a big shout out to the Facebook crew. All right, then Big Ivy says, I haven't seen nothing. All right. And Clint Perry says, what does he say? He says, if Randy is on, I'm in. Oh yeah, come on in. We'll have some good time. We'll have some good times tomorrow. All right, let's see. Carrie Simpson says, oh no, replay for me. I wouldn't. Okay, no replay. You're gonna be there live and in action. Good deal. All right. So Jeremy May says, let's talk about all the controversy about all the companies making duplicates of each other's companies' baits. Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's kind of ugly. It's kind of ugly when the big guys, just snatching things away from the small guy. I mean, just think if you were to come up with something being a smaller tackle company or something like that, or a lure company, and now some bigger industry conglomerate comes and snatches that idea from you. And what can you do? What can you do? And actually, when Milliken was on the show last month, he mentioned that specific thing. That was a question that during the question answer session where I dropped the call-in link, the viewers called in. I brought you up on the screen, and one of the guys asked him that specific question. So it's kind of interesting how that came right back around and it became relevant just about exactly a month later, it looks like. All right, let's see who else we have. All right, let's see. Lucky says, I'll pass on the Milliken Swimbait just because of the 2 vids I saw of it. Plus, I personally like Bass Mafia version. It swims better from vids I've seen of it. So yeah, the Bass Mafia to me looks like the the Mag Draft, but it has the hook on the top, which is, kind of a variation. So sometimes maybe you want to just try one of each, try them out and see which one works for you. Maybe that's a good way to do it. I mean, because we're always buying new stuff, new lures and everything anyway. A lot of them, like people say, hey, it's to catch the fisherman, right? Right? It's to catch the fisherman. All right, so let's see. We have Bassin with Big Malone says about Guggen. It's definitely interesting how their baits are different weights and all, but everyone else is the same. Yeah, I mean, they're getting down into some detailed things whenever it comes to these baits, the weights, the depths, the materials they're made from, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it gets kind of deep. All right, Motorcycle Life says Toledo Bend and Lake Fork will be the biggest tournaments of the year besides the Classic. All right, so yeah, you guys are in here getting ahead, going ahead and talking about the season and everything. Good deal with that. All right, let's see. All right, hold on one second, guys. All right, so here we go. Big Ivy says the vice president will be here tomorrow, so I'm going to have to tell her she's going to have to wait until you go offline. Oh yeah, tell them we're talking about fishing. We're not worried about all that other kind of stuff, man. Gonna be out here talking about some fishing. All right, so Jason says anybody that makes their own baits are knocking off somebody else's bait. That goes from major corporations to hand poor guys. So there are some people that are coming out with some things that are kind of innovative, and they're not really the run-of-the-mill type things, but there's some other footage that I've seen where basically what ends up happening is, let's say that let's say, okay, Jason comes out with a bait and he has invested $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 in this bait that he really believes in, and he has put in all this time and effort. He's a one-man show, but he is investing his his finances into making this bait happen. He puts it out, and of course he isn't able to mass produce it, so it is kind of moving along kind of slowly, but it's gaining traction. A bigger company sees this new innovative thing that you have, and they come and they copy it. Now, you don't have the funds to go against those lawyers and, you know, the resources that they have. So you can't really fight against them. You just have to, you know, sit there and just kind of watch them run off with your idea. So, but I would say there are some people out there that are coming out with some innovative things, and things that you may see that are out from the companies that you may name. They may not have come from those companies. They may have come from different countries or things like that, where they're out there scanning around and they're looking for these innovative ideas where they can just take them and kind of duplicate them here. All right. All right. Carrie says, add a unicorn horn to a rage bug, all new. There you go. Oh, there you go. Put the horn on there. The fish be like, hey, that's something different. Let me see what that tastes like. All right. Bottom line outdoor says 6 Cents or Guggen haven't made anything original. It's either copied from a Japanese bait or an older bait. Oh, yeah. I think that's kind of what Jason was saying, that there's nothing new under the sun. But I kind of I think we could come up with some new things, guys. I think there's something original out there. All right. Jeremy says, drop in the call link next time you have time. Let me see. The Bass Mafia Swimbait is a stolen idea as well. I'll be glad to dive in on the details from the research I've done. So yeah, so the Bass Mafia, I believe they said that that's kind of a take on the mag draft. So I have a few of the mag draft baits, but I don't have any of the Bass Mafia lines. And really for me, I just recently started seeing those, but I don't really throw swim baits that often. All right, so let's see. Clint Perry says it's hard to beat the plastic worm. Oh yeah, just keep it simple. What about that plastic worm? It does its thing. All right, then we have Bassin with Big Malone says the shaky head. All right. All right, Big Ivy Fishing says Jacob Wheeler stole somebody bait and he called it the Crush City. Oh my, allegedly. Allegedly. How about we add that word in there? You got to say it like allegedly. All right. All right. So Jeremy says, I'll be honored to drop in on one of your lives. I will discuss what Bass Mafia did and duplicate it to their new relay swim bait. Oh my goodness. You guys are trying to pull me in. You're trying to pull MoneyBass into the controversy. The Bass Mafia duplicated. So yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's kind of what that video was about. And like I said, guys, maybe you guys should check it out if you haven't seen it. It has some good interesting information in there. All right, so Big Ivy Fishing says, okay, I blame Rapala. Okay, so that is what I heard. I heard that, yeah, so blame Rapala. Don't, you know what I mean? It's the company, but I mean, what people are saying, it still kind of goes along, and what they have to do, from what Milliken had said previously, is they can change, like it's a small percentage of the overall bait can be changed, even if it looks the same, and it'll be good to go. You won't really be able to win if you try to enforce a trait or patent. I believe that's what he was mentioning, a patent on it. All right, so Motorcycle Life says if it sells, companies will make it. Oh yeah, they want to cash those checks. All right, so let me see. There was one other thing I wanted to show you guys. All right, just bear with me again. Again, this is a live show. This is a live show. So just bear with me because I do want to bring this up. All right, here we go. Where's it at? So this was very, very interesting, guys. And some of you guys may have seen this already, but let's just take another quick look at it because I was surprised myself whenever I saw it. All right, hold on, guys. Basically what I'm doing right now is just sharing my screen so you guys can take a look at this real quick. So yeah, so this was kind of a shout out to your partner MoneyBass. I was kind of surprised whenever I saw it. Let me drop this down, share my screen. All right, so let's see. All right, let me just check out these last few comments real quick. All right, so Lucky says, I do want to try those Crush City baits though. Think of going to buy them Thursday, seeing that okay. All right. Shout out to Tim Williams, says if you change 10% of the bait, then it's your own bait. Right. Okay, there we go. That's the same thing that I heard. All right. Barkin Ruger says new anti-cheating device out on the market from Joe. My goodness. not from G-Lock. Oh, barking Rugers, what are you doing to the chat? Not a bait from G, anti-theft from G-Lock. What does G-Lock stand for? I guess you got to say it fast. Say it fast 3 times.
Yes, sir.
All right. He says also available in all popular weights and sizes. All right. Good deal with that. All right. So let me just add this to the stage. And has anyone seen this right here? Let's just go ahead and take a look, guys.
MoneyBass. Ryan Johnson is the host of this. He has a podcast. The thing about this, you may find it odd that MoneyBass.
He did not just. Did you just say that?
Odd? What is he about to say about me? One of my subscribers just sent me a message and told me that Randy Blockett has some things to say about me and my podcast.
Now, is that going to be a problem?
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
So, I had to check it out for myself.
Oh, what is going on?
Like, what is going on?
I think it may be in retaliation for some things I said about him about 6 months ago. Randy Blockett.
Oh, no!
Are you serious?
After we take a look at what he had to say about me, I'll show you what I had to say about him.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Number 8 is MoneyBass. Ryan Johnson is the host of this. He has a podcast. The thing about this, you may find it odd that I think MoneyBass is one of the best channels out there because he does a lot of live scope and forward-facing sonar videos. But I love Ryan's personality. I think he's a great podcaster. He's very likable. I mean, the topics he talks about, it's like he's got a podcast, sort of a conversationalist, interactive, very, very interesting to listen to. And it keeps my attention. And that's not easy to do in bass fishing because I've got the things that keep me interested in bass fishing. I've been doing it so long, it's limited. But anyway, MoneyBass, Ryan Johnson's podcast is definitely well worth the listen. I find it very educational, entertaining, and it's just fun to watch. And like I said, even though he loves live scope and he talks about live scope, I'm not holding that against him. It's a really good YouTube channel to watch there.
Wow. Is that what you were expecting to hear? I've had a few things to say about Randy myself. Let's take a listen.
I bet I know who your next one is.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't. There's no way you know who my next one is. Randy Blockett.
Oh, no!
Oh, yeah. Randy's out there doing his thing, guys. So with Randy Blockett, you can't say that he is not entertaining. So I have followed him from whenever he first started out too. And I saw the wheels turning and everything as he was understanding the politics and the business and all the backgrounds that kind of go into YouTube, and his content would kind of change. There you go. So his content would kind of change, and you can see he's trying to figure out how does this YouTube thing work. So he did start off with a lot of those tutorials, tips, tricks, and everything like, hey, I'm going to expose my secret. And one of the things that I could relate to him is I like to tinker with my baits too. I would be in here cutting baits up. And that's one of the things for me. So I'm a member of the Rod Bender's Bass Club. So the guys in the club would always see me reusing my plastics, my worms and stuff like that. Or if I see them with a rage crawl and an arm is missing or something, I'd grab it. And they're like, man, what are you doing? Man, you're so cheap. What are you doing taking up and using old worms? And I'm like, hey, all of my worms are veterans. They've been out there and they've already seen what to do when they hit the water. So I'd use this product called Mended, and I would take it and I would splice my worms and it just kind of welds the plastic back together. So I would use that and I would be sitting there welding my worms and everything back together, and they're just looking at me like, man, that's crazy. So I would use that, JJ's Magic, and I would actually take, say, a rage crawl and a trick worm, and I would create my own type of bait, things like that. So that's what Randy kind of reminded me of at the beginning. And of course, we all know that, he kind of started veering off a little bit, and he's kind of found what his path is as far as YouTube goes.
Yeah, look, he's learned that controversy equals views.
There you go. Because what did you say earlier?
He's also learned how to title the video to get the click.
There you go. That's exactly
You know,
it.
some people call that clickbait. I'm not going to say all of his videos are clickbait. I mean, he, he is a great angler. I have nothing against him. I
Right.
just, matter of fact, he's Team Solar Bat. So,
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Actually, he is.
yeah, he's Team Solar Bat with me. But he, how would you say it? I go about my YouTube a little different than he does.
Yeah.
He's just wanting you to click on that video.
Right. So I would add the word ish. So clickbait ish.
Ish.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So yeah, so he started off small, but he found his niche. He has his own little crew over there and they follow him strong. So, but the question is, were you right when you said, I know who your next one is? I knew they wouldn't get that. Nobody would have ever thought that I would have had Randy Blockett as one of the top YouTube channels that I watch. Now that is from a collaboration with Big Jim Fishing. Make sure you check out his channel. Using live imaging, using any type of electronics is fun. It just adds another element of excitement for me. But overall, one of the main things my channel is about building a community of like-minded guys so that we can get out on the water and make the best of it, regardless of what our financial, health, or any other type of situation is. We always want to make sure we have the best time that we can while we are out on the water. So why not help each other out? There you have it, guys. Big shout out to Randy Blockett. Really, really appreciate you taking the time to consider little old me. MoneyBass is one of your top YouTube channels for 2023. All right, there we go, guys. So that was a quick shout out from Randy Blockett. And, I had to do a kind of return video in honor of, him announcing me as one of his top 2023 YouTube channels. So just wanted to have some fun with that. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah. So looks like we're going to close it out, guys. I just wanted to step in and out real quick just to give you guys a heads up. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, we will be live here. So tomorrow's time is going to be a little different. Normally it's 8 p.m., but tomorrow it is 12 p.m. So right around lunchtime for everybody. So 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will be live here with Randy Blockett. It will be a very interactive live stream. I will drop the call-in link for anybody that wants to come up and ask a question or two. And also the other thing to keep in mind, if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel now, because I may have to put the chat in subscriber mode. And what that does is the people that are subscribed to the channel will be able to reply and get active in the chat. And for me, one of the things that I think brings a lot of value to the live streams and why you want to catch them live is because you want to be involved in that chat, guys. There's a lot of good things going on in there, a lot of people networking and all of that good stuff. And also send out this link to at least 2 other people. If you can think of anybody that is interested in fishing, hearing about some hot topics, fishing in general, make sure you send this link out and share it with them. So really, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Just looking in here real quick just to see who else chimed in real quick into the chat. Let's see. All right, so shout out to Clint Perry. Says, I agree with Randy. MoneyBass, good job. Oh yeah. So we try to, get over here and have some fun with it. All right, so Carrie says, later, have a good night. See you tomorrow. All right, so yeah, make sure I will see you tomorrow. And big shout out to Edward Cohen. He says, hey, that's how I found your channel. All right, really, really appreciate that. And Bassing with Big Malone checking into the live stream. All right, guys. Really, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Want to give a big shout out to Fred McEwen.
Yes, sir.
Sliding in right as we're easing on out. Really, really appreciate it. All right, guys. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you get active in the chat and share this link. And also subscribe so you can be a part of the members only chat that we will have set up for tomorrow. All right, guys. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. And I will see you tomorrow at 12.